to another Pieces of the Past Resumed, produced by the Campbell County Historical and Genealogical Society. Today we're going to look at the life of Jonathan Stamper Hughes, an African-American Civil War soldier. Stamper, a name he used for most of his life, Hughes was born the 1st of May, 1829 in Fleming County, Kentucky. In the U.S. descriptive list of colored volunteer army soldiers, Stamper stated that he was enslaved to Mary Ferris. In the 1830 census for Fleming County, there's only one Ferris listed with slaves. Eleanor Ferris had 8 slaves, with one male under 10. It is possible this is the correct family. It is also possible that he was named after his father, as he passed his own name to one of his sons. In the 1850 slave census, Mary Harris was listed with 13 enslaved people. Stamper was among this listing. We do not know what kind of work Stamper did, but most likely he was a laborer on the Ferris farm. According to the 1900 census, Stamper married Eliza A. Johnson, daughter of Julia Johnson, in 1857 in Mason County, which is the county next to Fleming. There is no other record of this marriage because Kentucky did not allow blacks to marry. But for all civil purposes, Stamper and Eliza considered themselves married. On January 1st, 1863, President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, which changed the legal status under federal law of more than 3.5 million enslaved African Americans in the secessionist Confederate States. However, Kentucky had entered the Civil War as a Union state and was not subject to this proclamation. But this did not stop slaves from running to the Union soldiers, however, to gain freedom. So what prompted Stamper to join the Union Army? President Lincoln issued a statement to the War Department that any slave who joined, not only would he be free, but his entire family. By enlisting, it shows he was dedicated to doing the best he could for his family. Stamper joined Company I of the 121st United States Colored Infantry in Maysville in May 1865, at the very end of the war, as a private, and was promoted to first sergeant. In June 1865, that unit was discontinued and he transferred to Company E of the 13th United States Colored Heavy Artillery Unit and was promoted to corporal. During his time as a Union soldier, Stamper was assigned to garrison duty at Camp Nelson, Smithland, Lexington, and other points until November 1865, when he mustered out on November 18th. But after his service, he knew that he and his family were now free. After being discharged from the service, the Hughes family stayed in Mason County. Stamper and Eliza, with their children, Henry, Louis, Lily, Simon, and Jonathan, were living in Washington, Kentucky. He was working as a farmhand. By 1880, the family was living in Germantown, Kentucky, with 3 more children, Julia, Josephine, James, and Maria. Sometime before 1890, the Hughes family moved to Dayton, Kentucky, where Stamper was listed in the 1890 Veterans Index for that city. In 1900, at the age of 71, he was still working as a stonecutter. Even though Stamper and Eliza did not get a formal education because they were enslaved, it was the one thing they wanted for their children and grandchildren. After they moved to Dayton, The grandchildren living with him at the time were all sent to the Southgate Street School in Newport. For an African American family, this was a major achievement. After a long and productive life, this old Civil War soldier died January 16, 1902, in Dayton, Kentucky, and was buried in the Evergreen Cemetery in Southgate. He was an inspiration to his family with his dedication to work, education, and being a productive member of society. We salute him and all the soldiers who have served this country. His wife was eventually buried here, as were several of his family members. We invite you to visit the military room at the Campbell County Historical and Genealogical Society in Alexandria with the collections of other Campbell County soldiers.